there's one particular group that's been running around killing Americans in the name of transgender ideology lately, and it's transgender activists or individuals or those who proclaim that they are. Doesn't mean they're all murderous, but there's a particularly high percentage committing crimes these days. And it is responsible and important to say so, which is what Charlie was doing. The thought that this was a person acting to avenge some sort of trans person or objecting to Charlie's stance on the trans issue is entirely chilling to me, because when Charlie and I first became friends, this was an issue he wasn't even talking about that much, but he was resonating with some on the right and was a growing issue. And he told me that one of the reasons why I kept coming into his algorithm and catching his attention was because we were talking about this issue, and his sister, who's also outspoken and a Christian, had been forwarding him, I guess, a bunch of videos she'd seen on our show. That's what he told me. And of course, like many on the right, it became more and more in his lens over the past few years because it's grown in the public sphere. It's hard to avoid. And you've got the vast majority of Americans right now ignoring it out of a sense of politeness or kindness, a misperceived sense of kindness, and not saying anything about it. And then you've got this smaller faction of us who have been jumping up and down about it. And Charlie became one of them. And I, of course, had become one of them and am one of them and will continue to be one of them. And on that front, to Charlie's killer, there's no such thing as a trans child. Men cannot have babies or chest feed an infant. A man cannot become a woman. A woman cannot become a man. Those are truths, and you will hear them here relentlessly. And it won't just be me. It'll be many of us on the right who will not be silenced and who will make it our mission now to continue saying all the things that you thought you silenced with that bullet. And guess what? You can't take us all out. If people are true to Charlie's legacy, if college students and high school students who felt inspired at all by Charlie feel the need to live up to his example, they'll say it too. And they can't take us all out for speaking the truth about one of the most divisive, awful issues we've ever had infect our culture. I would love to say the left is learning, that the media is learning, and that now that they see yet again that this was an issue behind a brutal assassination, a murder of one of our national gems, that they'll see the error of their ways, that they'll start realizing they cannot keep coddling this dangerous ideology. But I know it won't be this way. I know it's not true. I know because I understand the media, and I know because I saw CNN after Steven Crowder was the first to report this, what was on the cartridge. CNN, and then the Wall Street Journal ultimately matched his reporting, but he broke it, Steven Crowder. CNN popped up a chyron on their screen and put up an article at CNN.com that said cultural phrases were engraved. Cultural phrases were engraved on the cartridges. Here's what the reporting actually says, that it was phrases on the cartridges expressing, quoting here, expressing transgender and anti-fascist ideology. Transgender and anti-fascist ideology, not cultural phrases. And CNN fucking knows that and won't write it because it's still a sacred cow. You can't say anything about the transgender thing because they're so unstable, you might cause another one to do it. And because they're in the protected category that cannot be criticized, or you're a bigot. How many times has that word been used against me for speaking truth on trans? Me, Billboard Chris, Riley Gaines, take your pick. anyone on the right, anyone who speaks the truth about this issue, and not just this issue. Not just this issue. The anti-fascist ideology is clearly a reference to Charlie's Trump support, because that's what the left says about Trump. He's a fascist. His attempts to undo Joe Biden's immigration mess, that's fascism. Take your pick. And the left and the media, but I repeat myself, uses these phrases about him, this phrase, as though it's not even controversial. It's regularly thrown out there as though it's just factual. But when it comes to actual facts about trans violence, that needs to be buried with amorphous, meaningless phrases like cultural phrases were on the ammo.
The assassination of Charlie Kirk marks a grim turning point in American political violence. Shot from a rooftop during a college event where he engaged students in debate, Kirk's killing was a deliberate political attack that shocked the nation. This act underlines how political tensions have escalated into lethal violence, making outspoken conservative voices targets and deepening national division. Without strong condemnation and action, such violence threatens public safety and democracy itself.
He is seen here with a baseball hat, sunglasses, and a shirt that appears to have an American flag on it, along with something else, though it's difficult to decipher. Here's another image taken from a different angle. Again, you can see he's wearing blue jeans, a dark shirt, sunglasses, and a hat. And on the front of his shirt, there appears to be a flag with something else on it. He appears to be white, young, male, in his early 20s. If you have any information on this individual and law enforcement is asking for your help, you are asked to call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI, 1-800-CALL-FBI, 1-800-225-5324. They don't have him. He remains at large and obviously is considered dangerous.
Again, if you have any information about the person of interest, please fulfill your duty as a responsible American citizen by informing the respective authorities. Our deepest condolences go out to the family, friends, and supporters of Charlie Kirk. His untimely assassination is a tragic loss for the nation and for all who value free speech and open debate. Charlie's courage, faith, and unwavering commitment to his beliefs inspired millions, and his legacy will continue to live on. May his family find strength and comfort in this difficult time. This dark moment calls on all Americans to unite against violence and uphold the principles Charlie stood for. If you value honest analysis and real conversations, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. What did we miss, and what should we tackle next? Your voice makes this community stronger. Let's keep pushing for the truth together.